Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to the Moss and Hip Hop video. And in today's video, I don't know too many people remember this band. I'm pretty sure you guys remember their song, Teach Me How to Dougie. That was like the biggest song of 2011. There were other songs I felt like that were, making its mark in territory at that time. But nah, Teach Me How to Dougie was just one of those songs where like you remember that song. You either seen people doing the dance, you either heard the song somewhere. Like that's not a song you like, oh, I didn't get a chance to hear that song. Like, nah, everybody got a chance to hear that song. So this video will pretty much be talking on the history of Cali Swag District from a fan's perspective, because I was a fan of those guys. And yeah, I was listening to the song all the time. Like I was occasionally doing the dance at school. So yeah, like Cali Swag District and the Teach Me How to Dougie song, I feel like it didn't have like a big impact in my life, but it did give me a chance to like, and especially like at an older age, like, you're just getting, because I was just getting into high school. I was my freshman year in high school when that song had came out. So, all right, was I think, yeah, no, I was like, it was my freshman year of high school when that song had came out. So the song comes out, Teach Me How to Dougie comes out, and I guess like when you look and see, like the song had been out for some time, but when they came out with their music video and then they started getting some radio plays and then it was being played at like school dances and stuff, that's like when that song has started blowing up. But I feel like Cali Swag District as a group wasn't really blowing up with the song, because if you ask anybody to this day like who made that song, like who was behind that song, a lot of people probably won't know. They don't know those guys' names by heart, which is like, it's messed up in a way, but that's usually how it goes with like those like big popular songs. And I don't really want to call it like a one hit wonder, because I was listening to these guys' other music and stuff. Like there was like quite a few songs that they did, and I was like, brother, if you guys like sit down, take the time and listen to some of the other like Cali Swag District songs, like those guys had a lot of potential. They were really good at making music and stuff. There's still music of theirs I listen to this day that I got saved, because it was like their music was good. But anyways, so Cali's Teach Me How to Dougie comes out, ends up like globally going crazy and stuff. And then it was kind of like, silent. Like you didn't really like hear anything else of those guys up until the tragic death of their, I believe he was like he was like overall a friend of theirs, and he was a part of the group, and I think he was like their like hype man and stuff, the dancer of the group and things, because dude had moves. M Bone, he had moves. And but tragically he was killed. And that's one thing that, even still to this day that I look up to see, like, was anybody ever questioned or caught, or, but I'm like, the case is probably so old, like the person that either that's was behind it or that did it, I really don't like speaking negative on people, but they either had like, but it's that old saying. It's like, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. So I really don't want to like wish death or say that, death has happened to somebody. But I'm saying you live in that lifestyle. And from what I heard, like the whole reason why M Bone was shot and killed, and this is just from what I seen on the internet and stuff, so I can't really say that it was trustworthy news. But apparently he got into it with a guy over a girl. And yeah, the guy, I guess, seen him, shot him, killed him. And overall, like that, I had to say that was like when Cali Swag District, because TMZ was posting about it. And their song was still like blowing up at that time. So, like, of course, like a lot of people are going to be, seeing what's going on. They're going to be like, oh, wow, like this is crazy and stuff. So, at that time, I had to say that I did become, and that's usually how it goes. Like you look at any artist, like even recently, in the recent years that have passed away, like they gained like a bigger fan base. And I still remember where I was at when it was when M Bone had passed. I was in class, and there was another friend of mine that had approached me and said, "Hey, there was a member of Kelly's Swag District, people that did the Teach Me How to Dougie song was shot and killed today." Or I guess it was like yesterday. I think it was the day before, and I ain't seen nothing of it and things because I wasn't really like into going on like blogs and paparazzi websites and seeing what's going on and stuff. But I had he told me about it, and I was like, dang, like that's crazy, man. And so I have to say that was like, to me, that was like one of the like first few like hip hop deaths that was like, it kind of like, it got to me a little bit because I was like, dang, man, it's like, you just you when you're introduced into that stuff like at a young age, you're like, dang, like why did it have to go down like that? Like why he had to lose his life over something like petty and things. And so anyways, but no, I had started paying attention to the group more at that point. They had like two YouTube channels at the time. I think one was called like Checkmate TV, and then they had like their own channel. And on the Checkmate TV channel, there was like a bunch of their music. I think that channel, it still exists till this day. Yeah, that channel, it still exists to this day. They don't post on that channel anymore, but yeah, they used to post like Kelly Swag District all the time. And I think that was like overall the record label that they were signed to. But yeah, they would post like Cali Swag District videos all the time, and post like behind the scenes, like interviews, music videos. What are some of the, and that was one of the things I remember that I was interested in that they were talking on, was doing a documentary. And I was like, because they was like going to be talking on, like they were going to be showing like these guys like behind the scenes what they were doing. I think they did like 2 episodes or something like that. And yeah, it was like the channel was like, it wasn't really getting a whole lot of attention and stuff. So yeah, it was just, I remember it got to a point in time where they wasn't really active on that channel anymore, and they just wasn't even active like as, I mean, they were still like posting and doing music and stuff. And because no, there was some songs that they posted after I remember M Bone had passed, and it was like a like a remixed version of Bring It Back, and that was a good song. And then they did a tribute song to M Bone, and then there was like a few other songs that they did. I remember they did like a song where they sampled the E40 song. And yeah, I was like, I'm telling you, like I was listening to these guys' music because I was like, no, these guys like had potential. And so yeah, it was just really messed up to see like how further down the ranks their music got, because obviously in the music industry and stuff, like you got to be on it. You can't just take no breaks. You can't you got to be on that stuff. And yeah, like I don't know, like I think like it was just different. I think it would be like that for anybody. Like you have an important person, a part of the group, and then they pass, and it's definitely gonna be like, dang man, like what happened? It's like, why? It's like it's just, what do we do, like go from here and stuff. And so anyways, some time passes by, and then another member from Cali Swag District had passed away, JR. And that, I think at that point it was like, you can still like do music together, because like the two guys that's alive to this day, like they both like rapped and things. I think M Bone was the only one that didn't rap. But it was like that, I felt like that also well, of course it was, but it impacted the group, and just overall, like like you guys are going out and doing these shows, but like you got like half of the group is like missing and stuff. So yeah, I would imagine that would be hard on anybody. And then at some point in time, they just eventually disband. And yeah, after that, they just kind of went their separate ways. And I think Young, he still does music. And then Smooth, I think, because he was Smooth the General. I think he doesn't do music no more. I think there's like, from what I had seen, that it was like he has a family now, so he's just kind of like chilling and things, and just relaxing and stuff. He might do something on the side, but yeah, yeah, I just, I think that was like the last I heard of him and stuff. So that was yeah, like all this stuff that I had noticed from them. I don't know, maybe I didn't pay it to, maybe there might be some other things that people might have seen that I hadn't really talked on and stuff, but this is just, from what I had seen. But yeah, Cali Swag District was a band that was like, hey yo, these guys have mad potential in this, sad, like in this, world where it's like people like JR didn't die due to gun violence. I believe he had an illness, and then yeah, it just got the worst of him, and yeah, overall that's what took him out. So but yeah, gun violence is just crazy. It's like people, it's like back 10 years ago, and I mean 20 years ago and 30 years ago, all the way up until this day and age, you still see people dealing with the same stuff. So yeah, man, it's messed up. It is very, very, very messed up. So it's one of those things where it's like, hey, prayers out to everyone, the Cali Swag District and the members and their members' families and stuff. But yeah, prayers out to those guys. But yeah, until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching. And if you guys are like, they probably got music on SoundCloud. You could most likely definitely find the music on YouTube and find some of their music on Spotify and stuff. But yeah, it's like definitely go check out their music and things, and see what I'm talking about. Because like I said, those guys, they had some, they had, yeah, well, overall when they were like together and stuff, those guys, they were doing really good with music and things. So, but anyways, but yeah. Talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.